What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and today we're going to be running through the Truth and Reconciliation without dying once. You know, I feel like every time I make one of these videos, I get a little bit better at doing the commentary for it, because it's like you basically got to do it rapid fire, and you gotta think off the beat, right? All right, so we're doing Truth and Reconciliation, Legendary with the Iron Skull on. You can see I put it on earlier, and no deaths. All right, now this is one of the harder missions in the campaign, and that's for a variety of reasons. Now, what I'm gonna try and talk about in this video as I run through the level is the difficulty, things that can trip you up, what strategies you should use, etc.
The enemy has captured Captain Keyes and are holding him aboard one of their cruisers, the Truth and Reconciliation. The ship is currently holding position approximately 300 meters above the other end of this plateau.
So how do we get inside the ship if it's in the air? Core issued me a rifle, not wings.
There's a gravity lift that ferries troops and supplies between the ship and the surface. That's our ticket in.
You know, I always like immersing myself in that little cutscene, because I feel like the beginning of this level is just so super cool. You're getting dropped off in this covert location. It's really the first stealth mission, and the only stealth mission, because all the other ones, you know, don't really revolve around it as much. Yeah, I mean, this level can be pretty long if you don't get enough sniper ammo. Because sniper's basically going to be the crutch of your campaign through this level, alright? You basically want to take out as many guys as you can and stay away. Now, I always like trying to kill them all so I can save most of my Marines for later. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I always had this, like, in-game fascination about saving as many Marines as I could. That was always one of the ways that I played these levels. But anyways, so there's a lot of things that can trip you up, and one of the big reasons... I'm gonna go in. Bucket! Yeah. See that nade there? Get the double kill. Now these freaking Needler elites, they just blast that thing at you. Take too much damage from those guys. Oh shit. I didn't realize there was another elite over there, so you see I'm already at yellow health. That's no good. But you want to take out those elites and then get the grunts to scatter. Take out that guy. Now you gotta be careful about these grunts, because they'll throw grenades just like that and just like that. I like how predictable but yet fair the AI is in this game. And I think a big reason is... Oh, here we go. We got some reinforcements coming. Too late, boys. Smear the ground with your blood. Boom! There we go. What was I saying? One of the reasons why this mission is so hard? Well, basically just because there's so many enemies. Like, there's so many times where reinforcements come in, and if you think about it, boom. This level is very different from the first two levels. It's almost like a combination of both. Like the first level, you know, you're going through this corridor shooter, basically. There's a lot of different paths, and it's very tight for the most part. But there are a couple areas that are a little bit more open. Now, in the second level, it's like all open with bases and stuff. Basically, you're free to move and roam all over the place. And this one, it's like, it's kind of the same as, or it's a combination of both. Where you have sometimes more wide open areas, but you also have these, and they're not really corridors. That's why. So it's like you have the wide open feeling of the second level with sort of the corridor shooting of the first level, which makes it pretty unique. I think one of my Marines just died. I'm gonna feel like shit. Gonna mop this guy up, and then there's reinforcements. There we go. Now, one of the biggest things to pay attention to whenever you're playing through a CE level is your radar, because in this one, like, you can see enemies from so far away. I think I just lost some more Marines. Yeah, and I just love this. It's like, it's nighttime, you know, the rings in the background. It's like, you get to experience what it's like on Halo when it's dark, you know, and I think that's always like, you should see it. It's like the different weather conditions that you see the ring in. It really gives it such a diverse feeling. Like, You know, in the first level, you're in outer space, so you don't, and, you know, second level, you come down, and you're on the ring, and it's like daytime, kind of jungly, tropical feel. And then the third one, you're, you know, this Covenant ship's who knows where on the ring. Could be in the same location, but, you know, you're at night, and you're just taking out these guys. Now, my strategy here is, like, there's a certain plane. If you break the plane, that'll trigger the Marines to move in. So again, I like to see how many guys I can take out before I get my Marines in battle, because I really do want to have them for the grav lift battle, because that is a pain. But you also notice, like, I probably won't look up, but if you see in the background, you can see the grav lift in the background, and again, that's another neat touch, because it's like, that's your goal, you know, you can see this giant ship in the air, and it feels really wide open. Yeah, see, there you go, I broke the plane, and now it's time to fuck these guys up. Boom! Now again, as I said in the previous videos, I'm gonna bail these guys out. That'll trigger the dropship. But as I said in the previous episodes, I'm not doing this run like a speed run or anything, and I'm not really doing any exploits or tricks. So I'm basically going through this like, you know, like you normally would if you weren't trying to break the game. All right, so I'm gonna take these guys out, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to keep my Marines alive. Oh, yep, they're all dead. So I think the game always... I'm in pretty bad shape here. Yeah, all my Marines are dead. And got these guys hounded after me. Okay, but I'm getting reinforcements, so I gotta push in, right? Oh, fuck. Ooh, that's really low. Really low health. And they're coming right on top of me. Like, that's cool. You know, that's a really cool feature. Again, with the level design, it's like... You get reinforced mid-fight with troops, and suddenly the tide just turns like that. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm really starting to think that Halo 1 has the best level design and the best gameplay overall. Like, rewatching my footage, it's really interesting to look at it and talk about it. Boom! There we go. Alright, now I think I'm going to take out all these guys, and then I'm just going to backtrack to get the ammo and health pack. So I will fast forward through that. No, I didn't get a health pack. I guess I just got ammo. I guess I already got the health pack back there. Well, shit. So I got 2 health at this pretty hard part. Now, oh, that was a nice shot. That was a good shot. Now, this can be pretty bad. See, like, I got low shields, but I think I'm gonna advance. And, oh boy, that was pretty risky right there. I don't even know what just happened. I just, like, threw a grenade as I was doing the reload animation. It looked pretty funny. Another thing I really, really love about this campaign is, like, the in-game dialogue. That kind of... It's those elements of story as you're playing the game. How things progress and advance, and, you know, you get backup. Your Marines are talking like, we need a plan. Like, how are we going to tackle this situation? You know, so the story itself is building up this idea that, you know, this area is going to be kind of a pain to get into. It's all the little things that they do. And so you see, I just went back to get the camo, which is very essential for this part. You basically, I mean, this is what I do. Like, you guys watching this, you'll probably see this video, and the really cool thing about playing these campaigns is, you know, everyone plays the missions differently. So this is usually what I do, and pretty much just taking out all the guys. And then there's one more. Oh, there's this guy. I still have my camo up, which is surprising. Oh shit, and then, you know, these waves spawn. Now, I actually did something really interesting and weird in this level. And you can see I'm really not playing passive, even though I got 2 health, and it's like 1 death means I have to restart the whole thing, you know, but I don't even know how I did this. But basically, before the Covenant dropship has come down, the waves from the grav lift are coming down, and there's like 7 or 9 waves from the grav lift. But you see, I just triggered some sort of like weird glitch or bug where, you know, it's supposed to be like 7 rapid fire waves of enemies that come down, and usually that's really hard to tough it out because it's like an endurance, you know. But I was able to pause it, you know, the amount of waves, and have the dropship come down. I don't know if that made my life easier or harder, but it's interesting nonetheless. All right, I mean, they really went all out at this part. Like, I guess I should probably talk about like why I'm doing so well at this part. I mean, again, it comes back to the sniper ammo. Like, however many enemies you can take out before they get close to you, like, it sounds simple, but that's really what it is. You know, like, it doesn't matter if it's a grunt or a jackal or an elite. Like, I'm gonna snipe it because, you know, this is legendary. And if you're trying to do it without dying, you gotta be perfect. Yeah, see, I don't waste my sniper ammo on that guy, or on that elite, because I knew he was almost dead. So it's sort of this like mini micromanagement of, you know, what do I do and when? Like, how much time do I spend reloading, and how much time do I spend shooting my enemy? And until recently, I didn't know about this little trick where you can backpack reload. I mean, I knew about it, but I didn't know how to do it. Where you could basically trigger your reload animation and then switch to your other weapon, and you're basically reloading in your backpack, as it says. I think maybe I tried to do that in this mission, or maybe it's the next mission, but we'll see. So I talked about this in my what I disliked about Bungie's Halo games. Like, just the fact that the hunters die from one shot. So honestly, like, most of the time when I fight these guys and I'm playing this game for fun, like, I fight them with an assault rifle or like something that doesn't kill them in one shot, because it's more challenging that way. There's always kind of a bailout to just shoot it with a pistol or a sniper. Anyways, like, you see how colorful that blood is over there? It's just something about, like, a big battle or war took place here. And, you know, these are the signs and the scars of it. I guess that's part of the reason why, you know, campaigns like Halo 4 and 5 just don't feel realistic to me, is because things aren't bleeding. Oh, and I changed the graphics to take a look at the ship, and oh man, that gravity lift looks so great. It looks so great. But I still love the regular graphics, honestly. Every now and then I'll switch to the anniversary to see the difference. I think I'm looking for like frag grenades or... Alright. Now, we're gonna go up here. Alright, so that's the first hard part, and we were able to get it pretty easy. I like that cutscene too, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna skip it. So this is one of the parts that I always fucking had trouble with as a kid. Like, so tough. Now, I got a plasma pistol because I know that on Legendary, you're gonna have to deal with... Oof, that was close. He almost got to the Marine over there. You're gonna have to deal with a shitload of these gold energy sword wielding elites. And again, if you fuck up once, like, that's all it takes, and then you gotta restart everything, you know? Alright, yeah, the Marines just are not very good at dodging grenades, but some people, like, don't like the Marine AI in this game, and I always thought, like, okay, on Legendary, they're basically cannon fodder for you. You know, they really don't do much in the way of killing enemies unless they throw a frag grenade. But I always equated the sort of not as powerful AI to more so make you, the chief, feel like a badass. Like, your Marines could not fucking handle this gold elite unless you killed it. They just couldn't. They're more like a line of suppressive fire. on Legendary. On the lower difficulties, I think they take less damage, and you know, because the enemies have less health, then it doesn't take as long for the bullets of the Marines to kill them. But anyways, you just gotta go door to door on this constantly. Boom, boom. The music was always so good. Like it, you know, you've been in this room and it's picking up, and you're wondering, Jesus Christ, how many reinforcements do they have? Lost a Marine there. It sucks, but hey. Now, realistically, like, if we're thinking about this location, you know, in terms of, like, canon, I don't think there's, like, 7 gold elites coming after the chief in this area, because, like, I feel like it's cooler if when you get to the bridge and you see the guy in the control panel, like, that's the first gold elite you encounter is in that scenario. Like, this, all these sword elites are basically here for the legendary challenge. Alright, now I'm trying to snipe these guys before they can really do some damage to the Marines there. I love the melee physics too. Got him. Also notice how the music changed right as I killed the second elite and the next section of the level starts to begin. Alright. Those guys will wait there. Also because, like, when you're going through on normal and heroic, it's much easier, and you're pretty much supposed to go through the level with a squad of Marines up until this certain point. You know, so that's kind of like the story of the mission. And I think I'm looking for more grenades here. Frag grenades from some of my buddies, but I think we're gonna get the cloak here. Yes, come on. Come on. There we go. Alright. They always put like cool power-ups in each mission. And that was always a neat touch. Kind of a classic retro FPS sort of thing. You know, you don't really get many power-ups in games nowadays. If you really think about it, you really don't. Although you had armor abilities, but... Anyways, so we're just gonna stealthily take out all these guys.
Wait, that's the locked door down there.
And,
Marines are waiting on the other side.
you know, again, if you use camo and you get taken off guard by the enemies, you know, you can pretty much say goodnight. Because if you're in the base or in their area and there's a lot of them, you know, you are not durable. I mean, you're pretty durable, your shield is, and your health overall, but when it comes down to it, it's all about keeping your enemies away from you when you're playing on Legendary. And I didn't mention it in the beginning of the video, but I'll mention it now. This series of videos is dedicated to Nak3d Eli for making all those great videos on his channel and his campaign runs and all the achievements he accomplished. Go check out his channel. He's got some really cool stuff, but unfortunately doesn't make videos anymore. I hope he can make a return someday. But anyways, we got this cool sort of techno music going on. And I don't know, it always fits so well with the area in which you're in. I'm gonna stick this guy. Now that's another cool thing about this game is, again, the predictability of your enemies. You know, when you stick something with a grenade, you know it's going to react, and that's your time to move away or, you know, do whatever. It's like, it's a pattern that you can always predict. And that's a really good, useful thing to have in a first-person shooter game because it makes the game feel fair, you know? Like when knights on Legendary can just teleport up to your face in Halo 4 without any real warning or ability to react, and it kills you. It's just like that just doesn't feel fair, you know? Or when you're going through Halo 2 and you gotta fucking kill so many sniper jackals unless you're skipping through the level. and it's like, you know, one mess up and you're dead. It's like, it's not fair with Halo 2. It's kind of hard to explain, but you know, when the sniper jackals have such a fast reaction time, like it's a ranged bullet that will kill you in one shot from any range, and that just makes you so weak. Like there's nothing like that in this game, you know? Everything that attacks you in this game is something that you can react to and avoid. Otherwise, a no-death run-through would be impossible, you know? No damage run-through. Now that would be pretty crazy to attempt. Oh man, I bet someone could do it. Would you still be rushing through? I wonder. Anyways, if you didn't know, you can actually blow up these wraiths and vehicles in these hangar bays. Yeah, if you shoot them enough times or throw enough nades at them, they'll blow up. And that'll do damage next to people. I don't really do that unless I'm trying to have fun again. But I always thought this was a cool area to be exploring and have a level in, right? You're seeing more of the Covenant. Like you're in their ship and you get to see kind of their base of operations in the air. And you see it's loaded up with crates, weapons, all sorts of stuff. The technology is, you know, ancient. Technology is mysterious. It's foreign. Alright, so there comes a part in this mission where I do something pretty freaking incredible, and I'm just putting that out there now because I just remembered it. But anyways, my Marines for some reason aren't following me, and I don't know why. I think it might be because I killed all the enemies before letting them in, and there's some sort of scripting error, but for whatever reason, they're supposed to follow you to the bridge, but my Marines aren't following me, and I'm kind of like, hey, what's the deal? Like, come on, boys. I need you to take some bullets for me. Take some bullets for the chief. Come on. Come on. They get stunned by one assault rifle bullet. Like, you see how weak that makes them? So anything that hits them, they basically get stunned. You know, so that's another reason that the Marines are weak in this game. Boop. Alright, so this hangar part is pretty hard. And once again, it's like you have these areas where there's just a lot of reinforcements coming in. And that's just what makes it hard, is you have to hold out. Again, another cool cinematic moment that I never even thought about before, but always recognized, is that ship that was just in front of us just dropped off some troops and left. So, you know, the whole mentality of this mission is just kind of like, it affects the gameplay and the story, because you're playing this and you're like, Jesus Christ, there's so many Covenant and enemies, and at the same time, you realize how many enemies and Covenant there are in the story itself. And just how vast their technology is and structures. Now, I think I'm gonna... Oh, my Marines are with me now. Yeah, see, I didn't see them coming in, so I kind of forgot. But, they are all gonna die here, because this is... I mean, you can get sandwiched real easily. Nice shot. Okay, so that was pretty sticky right there. I had an elite coming up on me. Oh, fuck. Now you see what I was just talking about, getting sandwiched? See, I was able to move back, but I really couldn't help my Marines over there. Yeah, because I just came through this door, Bungie. Come on. Alright, got a lucky whack there. Tried to snipe that guy, but... Yeah, so again, it's all about careful precision. You know, the game's pretty generous when it comes to sniper rifle ammo. So as long as you hit more shots than you miss, you should be pretty good. So much blood, so many bodies. It just feels like a real war that way, you know, a real battle. All right, so I know that the hunters come through there, but I believe, again, you have to take out a bunch of waves of enemies. Now, again, Cortana's supposed to be talking pretty soon, and it's like, that's how you know you're supposed to go through this mission with Marines alive. So, as far as like the story goes, Master Chief isn't going through when it's this fucking hard. If that makes sense. Yeah, I think I'm just kind of like, why isn't she talking? Like, where's the dialogue? Because when she does, she has a conversation with the Marine, and if all your Marines are dead, then she just skips to her next line of dialogue. So I'm trying to keep my overshield up. I don't know if I should have gotten it or not.
Wait a moment. I'm going to access the
There she
government
goes.
battle.net and locate an override code to open a door. Working on it.
I always thought that was funny. That was a pretty good double shot right there. All right. Boom. Dang it. So, yeah, I don't know if I should have picked up that overshield. Like, not much point to it if I'm just getting shot by grunts and stuff. I think I jumped over that stuff because I want to make sure I have sniper ammo. Oh, there we go. All right. Try to get that bugger. Yeah, so it's pretty hard to get your Marines past this part on Legendary. I mean, it's pretty hard. Because even though you saw how fast I was killing some of these guys, like, unless you're more proactive, wow, that was a great stick. You see, I just got his leg, and as soon as he opened the door, he was just like, what? What the fuck? I always love the reactions. But yeah, if you didn't realize it, this is the hunter theme. The theme that lets you know there's hunters. That was always pretty cool. It's like a mini-boss theme. That's too bad they're way too easy to kill. Yeah. See, isn't that just kind of anticlimactic? I think so. But it kind of makes sense.
Got it. The door is open. Everyone should move through now.
All right, I was switching to the newer graphics just to see what it looked like. I don't know why. But we're about halfway through. Or I think a little bit more than halfway through the mission at this point. All right. Now, I didn't mention it before, but this also includes, like, no Captain Keyes deaths. So this is a unique mission. And you have to escort Captain Keyes at some point. And if you don't, if he dies, you know, the mission's over. So that's also counting those types of deaths as well. So if Captain Keyes dies, it's still not a no-death run-through. Man, that was close. See, if I hadn't hit that guy, I probably would have had really low health or been dead. All right, we're just gonna mop up these grunts. And, you know, I really, really hate invisible elites in this game. Like, not because I think they're poorly designed or something. I just, like, God, they can just butt ram you so quickly and take you off guard because it's like, how do I kill what I can't see? You know? Like, I'm all fine with areas where, you know, I get murdered by, oh, I was looking for that invisible elite. I'm not sure if there was another one. I think there is. Yeah, that's just my own thing. It's like, I'd rather be able to see all my enemies and have them be tough than weak and not be able to see them. All right, so someone came home and I had to pause the recording, so I don't remember what I was talking about. But that's okay, because this is on-the-fly commentary. It's kind of like when government officials have to, I can't remember what the term is, but it's basically when they just talk for a bunch of nonsense because they want to delay some process. And, you know, in America, it's like you can't take away someone's right to free speech in that area, I think. I can't remember what the term is. It's on the tip of my tongue. But anyways, these parts right here, when you're on the catwalks above the hangars, are pretty difficult. At this point, you know, my mind is a bit blurry when it comes to where the enemy spawns, because as we saw when I was down below on the first level of the hangar, Bungie likes to sandwich you. All right, they like to put you in a nice little Covenant sandwich and, you know, chow down. I didn't even know there was an invisible elite at this part. See, like, when you don't know that and you just go out here and you think, oh, there's just one jackal, but then suddenly both of them are firing at you and the invisible elite is flanking you, like, that's why those guys are hard, you know? And because they're more aggressive, too. Like, that's another interesting thing, is the AI is different depending on what rank it is. So I jumped down to get some more ammo because I was pretty low, and grenades and stuff. So I'm gonna fast forward. Alright, so now we're going across this catwalk, and just like that, enemies spawn behind me. I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen. Now the difficulty is if they spawn in front of you too and create the sandwich. Now we don't want to let that happen. All right, no sandwiches today. The only sandwich I'm eating is Needler sandwich. All right. So there we go. See, if I had gone too far up and hadn't looked at my radar, I would have been getting sandwiched. And these are the perfect areas for them to do that. I'm just tossing nades. Nice, nice. Got a big group of kills there. Now, as always, when you're in these corridors, you got to be aware of those chain explosions, right? You're trying to go through no deaths. It's like you can't make any one mistake or any big mistake. So that's the stuff you got to think about. Also, I like how whenever an enemy gets stuck with a plasma grenade, there's always like big indicators for that. Like, you didn't need, you know, some kind of hit marker or something, because you can hear them screaming, or you know, you can see them flailing around. All right, so the third level, this part is a real bitch. All right, and you're about to see this incredible thing that I talked about earlier. All right, it's coming up here, and oh man, when this happened, I flipped shit. I'll just let this scene play out. I think it's after this, yeah. So I basically, you know, gotta take these guys out, because once again, they're trying to sandwich you. Alright, so you got some guys coming down from that way. You know, you can't be sandwiched, because at this point, the drop off to anywhere below is gonna give you damage. So you gotta be careful with where you're at and what you're doing. Just gonna mop these guys up. Yeah, take that. Alright, so naturally you think, alright Bungie, you tried to sandwich me, but now we're probably good. I'm probably good to go through this area, alright? And that's what you think. The jackals always have funny animations, but boom, just like that, a second elite comes up and suddenly I'm fucked. What do? I'm getting sandwiched. I'm not gonna be a chicken sandwich today, motherfucker. No. And did you even think that something like that was possible? Like, that moved pretty slow, but like my mind was just going crazy, because I was like, if I die, dude, I'm restarting the last 34 minutes. And it's like, I just came up with something. It was like, okay, you drop off. Anywhere you go is dead, because you only got 2 bars of health, okay, and no shield. So that was the only way out of there. And it really goes to show you the good level design, as well as the very fair difficulty, because I could have died there, you know, had I known about the second sandwiching. Like if I really memorized all the waves of enemies, I would have been able to avoid it, but because I didn't, it still caught me off guard and almost got me killed. And erased 30 minutes of progress. So also, at the end of this video series, I'm going to be doing a compilation of all my failed attempts. Not them in their entirety, probably just like the last minute before I died, on all my attempts, because those are interesting to look at and go through. But man, you know, that was one of the coolest things I've ever done in this game. Alright, but moving on, we got big business. These guys sleeping on the fucking job. I've been shooting up their place. You know, my Marine buddy's been throwing nades all over, and these guys are sleeping on the job. Can you believe such a thing? Also, I like how, again, this is like the bridge part, so when you're at this part, it's supposed to be like this is the first gold elite you encounter. And you're there with all your Marines, the cool, eerie music comes in. I think it's pretty cool that you can have first-person shooter combat with music as like chill and relaxed as this and have it work. It's got a very mystical feeling to it. And I think part of that is because the enemies feel challenging and durable enough. Like, it's not just like 3 rounds from an assault rifle kills an enemy, you know? Alright, so I did not snipe this guy as I had initially thought. Alright, but the sword elite is down, so we're pretty much good. Now, up to this point, I've been stressing hard about the Captain Keys part, because I have no idea if I'm going to even be able to get through that. Like, I could just get poor luck and like one of the Marines throws a grenade and it just kills the captain. I could get that unlucky because, you know, it's like I have to control the AI and make sure the AI doesn't kill each other or else I lose. And that's never the case. You always look out for yourself, but for this one part of the really hard long mission, you got to defend someone else. And it's the same thing on Laso too. I've actually beaten this mission on Legendary All Skulls on. I don't know why I didn't film it, but I think part of it was because I was doing a bypass to, or I was doing an exploit to bypass the Iron Skull. As basically before you die in a Laso playlist, you save and quit, and then you can just reload to your checkpoint. It works. Now, oh yeah, there's a terminal up there in the anniversary graphics. I think I was just wondering if it was up there in the classic graphics, which of course it wouldn't be, but anyways, so at this point we're about 3/4 of the way through with the mission, and it just so happens that the arguably the hardest part is at the very end of the mission, you know, so that's kind of a bitch to deal with, but I think we're doing pretty good time actually for not trying to speed run. You know, when you don't die, you don't have to repeat areas, so if you're just careful in each area, then you can get past it and then you don't gotta repeat anything. But also at the start of this video you saw that I put the Iron Skull on. Now I say this in every video as well, it's kind of like a disclaimer. If you ever see the timer in the bottom right, you know, skip, or the footage dissolves or fades in and out or something, then you know this isn't legit, right? But because this is a one-run playthrough, you know it's legit. Legendary, no deaths. The only editing I'll really do is cut out some of the stupid audio that I say during this recording. Who knows, maybe I'll cut out this, but probably not. Anyways, a funny glitch you can do at this point is if you look in the, if you look at the captain, you can just shoot him and he'll start bleeding in there before you lower the shields. Oh wait, the captain wasn't in there. That was a different one. God damn it, what am I thinking? Ah, here's the right way. We're not out of the corridors yet. Also, I like these stark contrasts between Covenant corridors and the corridors in the Pillar of Autumn. Like, there's a lot of doors in both, and, you know, it feels pretty big, pretty similar, but at the same time, you know, I don't think the Pillar of Autumn has like a jail cell type area. Maybe it does. All right, now, again, I think there's invisible elites. I'm pretty sure there is. I'm pretty sure. Because usually, you know, I haven't played these levels in a long time. I don't know how long it's been since I replayed them, but usually I remember where the invisible elites are because those are always the parts that I died at least once before, you know? So those areas always stick in my head as memorable. And you can just barely see this guy moving, you know? I don't even know how I saw him there. I don't even know how I did that. But anyways, let's move in, save the captain. And then we just got one final area. And we just gotta backtrack. Yeah, so I always do this again when I play for fun. Oh, you can look through that window and just shoot Captain Keyes. And in the cutscene there'll be blood everywhere.
We should head back to the shuttle bay and call for Eli.
All right. Now, there's gonna be more invisible elites. Did you guess that? Of course you did, because you've died here plenty of times. All right, so this last area, the home stretch, no deaths. You stay alive there, Captain Keyes, and then we'll have done Truth and Reconciliation. And, oh boy. See, I gotta be offensive right now. Like, Captain Keyes was just really lucky being able to shoot those jackals. Also, I think it's cool that he's just got a needler and he just spams the shit out of it. I always thought that was funny. Oh boy, grenade. Thank goodness. You gotta watch out for those grenades. You gotta be offensive though and take out elites and grunts. Because again, you know, one melee from an elite would probably be enough to do him in. Or one grenade. So every enemy is a potential threat to Captain Keyes right now. Not so much to you, but I have the Iron Skull on anyways, so if he dies, then I'm gonna be a very, very sad camper. Alright, so I'm trying to keep them behind me for the most part, because I trust my ability to kill the enemies more than I trust in the AI of the Marines on Legendary. Alright, hard part right here. This is probably the last hard part in the game. So there's bodies everywhere, and it's like this invisible group of elites came to investigate and look around, and they're just hanging out. You got 3 of them. Okay, you can't see them, so if you miss your sniper shots, you're fucked. Okay, so some tough shit right here. Alright, boom, boom, missed. Wow. That was my only way out of there. Otherwise, the reason I did that is because I thought Captain Keyes would just die right there. Get hit by the sword and then it's all over. So like in a fit of nerves or whatever, my gut reaction was to just lunge forward and try to hit him because I don't think I had enough time to reload the sniper. If I pulled out the assault rifle, I don't think that would have stunned the elite. And I just meleeed him, dude. I knew that he had one shot in him, so that he was probably pretty weak. But man, that's a close one. Like, you know, if I didn't recover that, it's like, again, 45 minutes just down the drain. Not really down the drain. I mean, I always enjoy playing these levels, but, you know, if I'm playing them with the, oh, fuck. Oh, get out of there. Get out of there. Whew. So I'm lucky that wasn't Captain Keyes. Can't remember what I was just talking about. But this final part with the epic music and yeah, you know, if you stay in the bridge room and fight them off, you know, you're very susceptible to enemy fire. So That's probably the best strategy right there, is to just take him out from the room you came in. Alright, and now we are backing it up. So that nav point over there is pretty close. I mean, there's not much of the level left, and I think I'm going to restock on sniper ammo, or see if there's any. Yes, there was. So again, you know, one of those things to prevent yourself from dying is keeping yourself well stocked. So that's why in between combat I always take time to see what kind of weapons and stuff I can get. Boom. All right. We are almost done with this, and ooh, no, Captain Keyes is right. So he just barely got away. I don't know how he did. Maybe he just was in the right spot near the end, or, you know, but that was crazy. All right, you're gonna press that switch, and that is it. That is the Truth and Reconciliation legendary no deaths.
Everybody, mount up. Let's get on.
And for our reward, we get a badass cutscene.
Give me a minute to interface with the ship's controls.
No need. I'll take this bird out myself.
Captain, Hunter!
Hang on.
Oh, you get him. You get him. Boom.
Nice one, sir.
Nice one, sir. All right, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough. Check back tomorrow, and I'll be going through the silent cartography. All right, everyone. That's all I got for today. This is the Act Man signing out. Peace.